today's class is going to be a really grounding class. So if you are low on energy, but you feel like you still want to get a workout in, maybe you feel overstimulated and you just need to ground yourself a bit more, then this class is perfect for you. And if you are not already subscribed, please subscribe down below so you never miss out on a Pilates workout from me. And we're going to get started on our mat. So come down to the middle of your mat and then roll down onto your back. Now I want you to bring your feet in towards your glutes. And let's just ground ourselves on the mat, taking a moment for ourselves, just trying to clear our mind. I want you to think about your pelvis now. How's it feeling? Do you feel like maybe one side of your pelvis is more into the mat than the other? Can you feel that little bit of a gap between your back and the mat? So just try and feel, I can feel the left side of my pelvis is pressing into the mat a little bit more. I'm just going to try and correct it. Okay, try like tuck the pelvis under. Okay, so that's feeling better to me. I'm going to take my hands behind my head. Exhale, I'm going to lift up into my ab curl. Now notice here, did you sink your lower back into the mat as you did this? I want you to keep a neutral pelvis and a neutral spine. So you're not pressing the lower back in towards the mat. You're going to inhale, lower, exhale, lift up into that ab curl. Inhale, lower. So we're getting into the abs now. And just slow and controlled movement. Sometimes doing the basics is all that we need and we can get a good workout from that. Just grounding ourselves into our mat today. Okay, perfect. Hold up in your ab curl. Take the left foot. I want you to slide it along the mat. Now notice here, as you did this, did you notice your pelvis might have shifted? There might be now more weight into the one side. I want you to try and correct it. So try and keep the pelvis still as you bring that leg in, and then as you slide it out. You can use your hands as a tactile reference. If you want to place your head on the mat, you can do that. So inhale, extend that leg long. Exhale, draw the belly button to spine as you bring that leg back in. Exhale. And watch your pelvis if you want. See that it's not moving. You're drawing the belly button to the spine so that there's no coning in the abs. Extend that leg long. Now we're going to deepen through the core. So on your exhale, I want you to lift that right leg to a hover. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Did you notice any shifting in your pelvis? If you do, try and keep it as minimal as possible. Your gaze is towards your belly button. Let's go for another 2. Remember, you can rest your head on the mat if you want. Hold it in the hover. Just flex that foot and then point it. Just getting into that ankle mobility, into the core. Draw that belly button to the spine, keeping that intra-abdominal pressure. Okay, lower the foot back down. Exhale, slide it back in, rest the head down towards the mat. Taking a nice big deep breath. Your abs should be feeling like they're switched on. Exhale, lift up into that ab curl. You're going to slide the left leg away now, lengthen it across the mat. Did you notice any shifting in the pelvis? Exhale, slide it back in. Inhale, extend it out. Keep that core connection. It's going to help you stabilize that pelvis. Okay, very good. Sliding it out, bringing it back in. Let's go for another 3. Work on the control. Work on that concentration. Last one, slide it out. Exhale, lift it to a hover. Inhale, lower. Exhale, deepen through the core, lifting it to a hover. Lengthen through the leg. Give me a nice point in the toes. So exhale, belly button to spine. Keeping the intra-abdominal pressure. Gaze is towards your navel. Lifting it. Hover here, flex, point. Ankle mobility, so important for hip mobility. Okay, last one. Point, lower it down, slide it back in. Take a rest, windshield wiper those legs. Just releasing the core, releasing the back. Okay, take your hands down towards the mat, and then bring the legs up, bring the feet in towards the glutes. I want you to tuck the pelvis under and roll up to your bridge position. Your weight is in your shoulders, and then you're going to soften through the chest, articulating down through the spine. Exhale, tuck it under. Now feel like your spine is a string of pearls, and each little pearl is touching the mat as you roll up into your bridge position. Hold it here. Now I want you to soften through the chest, rolling down before the hips roll down. So you're really disconnecting the ribs from the pelvis, rolling up again, vertebra by vertebra, softening through the chest descends first, and then the hips. On your next one, you're going to lift and lower with a flat back. So pressing through those heels, weight is in your shoulders, slight tuck under of the pelvis so that you're not arching in that lower back. Okay, last one, lift, lower. Take your feet out now so that you have a wider angle in your legs. You can flex your feet, press your heels in towards the mat as you lift up into a bridge. Inhale, tap, exhale, lift and squeeze. So this is more of a hamstring glute bridge. So you'll feel this in your hamstrings as well as your glutes. Okay, let's go for another 2. Exhale, lift 1, hold it here. Can you open the knees out to the side, open the feet out to the side without moving the hips? Exhale, bring them in, let the toes tap. Open it out. Let the toes tap. Whew. Can you feel your hamstrings? Can you feel your inner thighs? It doesn't even look like we're doing much, but we are spiraling the femur inside the hip joint, coming into internal, external rotation. Okay, bring it back in. Lower it all back down. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Wow, okay, come down onto your right-hand side now. I want you to take your hands behind your head. Let your elbows touch. Your knees are bent in a 90-degree angle. And we're just going to inhale, open, look towards the ceiling. Let your gaze follow the elbow as you open up into that rotation of the spine. Inhale here. Exhale, close it off. Inhale, open. Exhale. And then inhale, expand through the rib cage. Exhale, closing it off. Let's do one more. Open through the chest. Closing it back off. Okay, perfect. So I want you to extend that arm long now. You're going to extend that top leg. Push that top hip away so that there's a gap between your waist and the mat. So we're working that core. I want you to exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Now, as you lift that leg, I don't want you to sink the waist in towards the mat. We're keeping everything still. It's just that leg moving. Okay, really lengthening out through that leg. Last one. Hold it up, bend it in, extend it out. Draw the belly button to the spine. Can you do this without rocking, without moving in the body? Press this knee in towards the mat. Exhale, extend it out. Okay. Last one. Extend it out. Woo. Can you reach it back now into hip extension? Okay, very good. Bend it back. Bend that knee. Take it forward. Extend it in front of you. Swoop it back into hip extension again as you bend it and take it forward. So try and minimize the rocking in the pelvis. And then we're going to change the direction. So taking it forward, bending it back, extending it back. Stay with me. The glutes are on fire. The legs are on fire. Last one. Taking it back, take it in, tap it out, and we're going to go straight into the other side. Okay. Hands behind head. Bring the elbows together. Inhale, open up. Gaze follows that elbow. Inhale, open and expand through that ribcage. Exhale, close it off. Inhale, open. We're coming into our twist. Expand through the chest. Some nice rotation of the spine. Opening up the shoulders. Exhale, close it off. Let's do one more. Just opening up. Surrendering to this nice twist. Closing it off. Extend that arm long. Extend the leg long. Now, push that top hip away. There's a gap between your waist and the mat. And you're going to lift and lower that top leg. But you're not going to sink that waist in towards the mat. No, we're keeping proper form, proper alignment. Okay, let's go for another 2, 1. And then we're going to bend it in, extend it back. Draw the belly button to the spine, keeping the pelvis tall. Anchor this knee in towards the mat. Okay, stay with me. It's a grounding class, so try and focus on the movements. Try and focus on your breath. Taking it back into hip extension. Bend that knee. Bring it forward. Swoop it back. Think of no rocking in the pelvis. That core connection. We're going to go in the opposite direction. So take it forward, bend it in, take it back into hip extension. So we're really working on mobilizing the hips. Last one, taking it back. Bring it in, tap it out, come down onto your tummy. Okay, so your arms are bent in front of you. They are a bit forward. They're not directly underneath your shoulder. Your legs are about mat distance apart. Feet are about mat distance apart, slightly externally rotated. So the knees are facing out. And now, can you feel here? You can feel your bottom ribs in the mat. On your exhale, I want you to draw the belly button to spine as you lift those bottom ribs away from the mat. Inhale, expand and release. Exhale, tuck the chin. Lift the belly button away from the mat. Very good. Exhale, scoop in the abs. This is deep core work. So it looks like we're doing nothing, but we're actually doing a lot. Exhale, draw the belly button to the spine. Inhale, release. Take your arms down by your side, elbows in towards the waist. Bring your hands in. Forehead is on the mat. You're going to press into your hands, lifting with the back on your inhale. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift, lengthen. You're looking down towards the mat. You're not hyperextending the neck. Exhale, lowering it down. We're getting into those back extensors. So good for posture because we're always bent over a phone, over a laptop. So this really helps with posture. As you lift, draw the belly button to the spine. Lowering it back down. Let's do one more. Perfect. Lower it down, press back to a shallow stretch quickly. And then we're coming into a 4-point kneeling position. So we're going to do a couple of cat cows here. I want you to look up, looking straight ahead. Nice arch in the back. Sending your tailbone to the ceiling. Then you're going to press the floor away, ripple through the spine as you take your gaze towards your navel, scooping in the abs. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, articulate through the spine, slowly push the floor away, scoop in the abs. Look up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, scoop in the abs. Coming back to a flat back, take that right leg out. You're going to take the left hand, thread it through underneath the right. Taking it back up, out to the side. Exhale, so you take it under, feeling a nice stretch in the hip as well. as rotation in the spine. Okay, taking it up, take it back down. Left leg comes out to the side, right arm threads underneath. Nice hip stretch, nice spine stretch. Okay. Last one, thread it through underneath. Taking it out to the side, bring the hand back down, bring the leg back in, and then I want you to come down into the middle of the mat. We're going to finish class with just some more grounding, some breathing, just finishing today's class on a good note. So I want you to feel here, you're sitting in a cross-legged position. Feel your pelvis now, your sit bones. Is one anchoring into the mat more than the other? Just feel that there's equal weight on both sides. You might shift back a little bit, but still feel that you are on top of your sit bones. I want you to take a nice big deep inhale. And then exhale it all out. Just take a couple of deep breaths, really calming your nervous system. Last one. Opening up the chest, the rib cage, expanding, and then exhaling it all out. And that's it for today's class. I hope you have enjoyed this one, this grounding class. And if you have, please give it a like, subscribe down below if you haven't already, and leave me a comment. Let me know how you found this class and how you're feeling after it. If you're feeling more grounded, if you're feeling more relaxed and calm. Other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.